Okay, and just before we get started, we'll just run through the health and safety. So in the event of an emergency, a siren will sound and the staff will direct you to the nearest exit. Please ensure that you keep all the fire exits clear. Please take a look around you and check where the nearest exits are. No glass items or outdoor footwear is permitted poolside. Swimmers, on leaving poolside, you should dry off and wear the appropriate dry clothing and footwear. Please keep the stairways clear and do not sit on the stairs. No mobile phones in the changing rooms, toilets or shower areas. And anyone wishing to take photography or photographs or videos, forms are available at the Meet Information Desk at the entrance or the top of the stairs. And videos cannot be posted on an unsecure website, but they may be posted on a secure club website. So let's make sure that we're able to have a good afternoon session. And just like the morning, keep this on time so we can all get back for the rugby. I'm sure there's a few dads in the audience and mums in the audience that will be looking forward to that. We're going to have a mix of the 400s, girls and boys to start off with. And that's in the freestyle. Then through to butterfly, some breaststroke for the boys this time. And then we're going to be finishing up with the 200 IMs, so good variety and mix throughout the afternoons, Robert.
Just to introduce our senior officials. Fiona Sinnott and Elizabeth Fitzsimmons are our two referees. Susan Curry and Ed McCarty are our starters. Welcome if you've joined us on the live stream. Wendy Kirk and Robert Taylor back with you again this morning. Unusual to start an afternoon session in the morning, but means, as Wendy said, we'll hopefully get home nice and early, maybe even see the second half of the rugby, Wales-Ireland, and then the big one at 4:45. Also throw in, those of you who have a football persuasion, BBC Alba, Heart of Midlothian versus Dundee United. But of course you can relive the events again today by going on the Scottish Swimming the Scottish West District webpage if you want to watch what's happened again today or even previous events.
Okay, just before we get started there, we've just had a wee bit of an appeal. We've got one of the Bells Hill swimmers has lost an iPhone 12, and we think it was just behind the start line, just beside the marshalling. If you do come across an iPhone 12, if you can return it to one of the coaches, Thomas in Bells Hill, then that would be most appreciated. Thanks all for looking out. And we are off with the first event of the day, the 11 to 12 400 girls freestyle. So in lane 1 we have Lula Milne from City of Glasgow, lane 2 Emily Taylor from Lanark, lane 3 Honor McCarty from Inverclyde, lane 4 Daisy Kelly from Dumfries, lane 5 Emily Maguire from North Ayrshire, lane 6 Lucy Taylor from Lanark, and lane 7 Sarah McGuffley from Kilmarnock. I'm just standing up here to get the first 50. I think we have there Honor just touching ahead of Daisy Kelly. So Honor there with a 35 split. Coming in as first, that's Honor, of course, from Inverclyde, who's had a good morning. So hopefully is fueled up for the afternoon. Just chasing her down there in lane 1, which is Lula Milne. Lula's there from City of Glasgow. So mixture of age groups in here. Lula Milne in lane 1 is our 12-year-old, but just beside her in lane 2 we've got a young 11-year-old keeping up with the pack, so well done Emily Taylor. And then the mix of 13 and 14-year-olds. So there you are, Honor just getting that first 100, 39.71 is the split time there in the 50. Next to her was Daisy Kelly with a second, and Lula Milne, our 12-year-old, out at the lane 1 on third.
So Honor McCarty, having had a good morning, is started the afternoon in a similar vein, 1:15.59, nice start. She's forging ahead of Daisy Kelly. Over on the far side from where we are, Lula Milne still looks to be third. Well, Honor's now increased that gap to almost 5 seconds now. Going off very well. Well, she did a nice breaststroke earlier on, and sometimes you find breaststroke swimmers, that's her forte, but she's doing pretty well on freestyle here. She's got an entry time of 5:37. 5:29 is the fastest entry time. So halfway mark, 2:36.08. So around about an 80 second or so pace, so that would bring her in sort of in the mid 5-teens here, if she can keep this pace going. And she certainly looks pretty strong in the 300 metre section. That's the mark. So you would hope she'll come in somewhere around about 3:56 or thereabouts. 3:16 or thereabouts at this point would be virtually on the money, and that's where it is. 3:16.56. 40:48. Fraction slower than she was coming down to the finish end on that last 50. Second place is still Daisy Kelly, and joint third now, Emily Maguire and Sarah McGuffey. Daisy well clear in second place. The other two girls, can they make some sort of challenge to get into second place? No doubt that Honor's going to take this by a big margin the way she's swimming now. And it's pretty steady, Wendy, 3:57.57, so we're looking about maybe 5:15, 5:16 finish.
Yeah, that'll be a great PB for her with an entry time of 5:37, so she'll be very pleased if she can keep this pace up. Meanwhile, just pulling away for second there, we have lane 4, which is Daisy Kelly. But very close beside her is that, just as we saw at the halfway mark, was the joint third. Not much in it between the three girls, actually. And lane 7, I'm going to keep an eye on Lucy Taylor, who's starting to creep up there on Daisy Kelly for second. But Honor is keeping herself well out in front here with an excellent swim, coming down for her last 50. Yeah, 5:15 is definitely on here, so it's going to be a massive PB of about 15 seconds. As she comes for our last 15 meters. Looks as though she's got lots of energy as well, even after the morning session. All the lights go green. All the girls are picking up the pace for their last 50. But that's Honor's race here with a 5:14, so even better than the 5:15. An amazing swim there, Honor. And coming up, as I said, I was watching Lucy Taylor there in lane 7. Sorry, that was Sarah McGuffey, not Lucy there in this lane 6. Apologies there, Sarah. That was an awesome swim as well. Really well thought out and well paced. Coming in for your second, and then Daisy Kelly for third. Fourth then Emily Maguire.
Good swim there, Wendy, from on our big sister's pretty good at distance events, and good to see our wee sister doing well in that one.
And that's it all confirmed there. Honor McCarty with a 5:14, Savia McGuffrey for a 5:30, and Daisy Kelly for third, 5:32. Really good first heat.
On to the second heat. Few no shows in this one. In lane 0, we have Chloe Semple. Empty lanes in 1 and 2. In 3, we have Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow. 4, Ava Service, Dumfries. Chloe's from Rutherglen, by the way, in lane 0. In 5, Carla Black, Dumfries. 6, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 7, Iona Hickson, Mulgine Bearsden. 8, Niamh Brooks, East Kilbride. And 9, Erin Lockery from Stranraer Stingrays. Times are 5:20 through to 5:28. All 4 events, no swimmer is under 5 minutes. So let's see if some of these girls in the heats can get under that magic 5-minute mark. Going well over on that far side is Chloe Semple, but Caitlin Morton in lane 3 just with a slight advantage. You have a service in 4 just a little bit further back, and all of the swimmers not far behind. Amy Dobson in 6, and Lockery in 9, also trying to get into the mix. It looks like Caitlin in lane 3 just shades Chloe. Not much in it. 1:14.09 plays 1:14.21, and Amy Dobson third.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting 4 heats there, because the qualification time for snags is a 5 minute, so we've only got 1 out of all of the heats here, Evie Mackey, coming under 5, so I know these girls will be trying to push on for that 5 minutes and get their qualifying time in this event. Back to the pool though, we have in lane 6 here, Amy Dobson, just holding steady against the Glasgow City girls in lane 3 and 4. So Caitlin there and Ava. So we've got Caitlin just coming off there, and lane 5 is showing in the board as first, but I think that scoring might just need a wee bit of adjustment. So over in lane 3, sorry, lane 4 I think it is. Yeah, no, lane 3 it is. Lane 3, Glasgow City girl. We have Caitlin Morton just stretching out. Chasing up, there was Chloe Semple out in the lane 0. And lane 6 is also putting up a good battle here as well. So we've got the 2 Glasgow City girls and, sorry, that was 1 Glasgow City girl and Bowness, or Dumfries, sorry. Get my blue hats correct. Yeah, so 1, 2 and 3 could really be anybody's in terms of lane 3 and 4 and lane 6. So Caitlin just edging ahead there with Ava in lane 2 and Amy Dobson lane 6 in third currently. I think Caitlin's just still managing to get the turn. Yep, lane 3 Caitlin from Glasgow is just turning there just over Ava, but literally, you know, 0.1 of 100 in it. And Chloe Semple out in the outside lane there from 0 is still keeping up. So just looking whether or not Chloe's looking a little bit stronger there in lane 0. She may have paced this a little bit more smartly with her energy levels. Caitlin still holding out. We'll see what this split is, whether or not it's holding back or is still improving. Caitlin still managing to touch there ahead of Ava and Chloe and Amy, but the splits have slowed down a little bit there, and as I thought, Chloe had picked up a little bit. Looks like she's held back though. And the girls in the centre are now starting to pick up. Caitlin and Ava Ava very, very close here, as well as Amy Dobson. Three of them are going to be pushing one another really well. Just coming up to the finish, we still got Caitlin just ahead of Ava. She's going to turn first. Ava just behind her, and then Avie in lane 6. And 4 there outside. Chloe still trying to keep up. Now, coming down in the last 50. That's Chloe, I can see, picking up the pace again. Caitlin just looks as though she's kept it steady throughout. But Chloe's definitely picked up. I think she might be able to push into second here. Just against Ava. I think Ava still now just pushed through. It's going to be Caitlin and Avon. And then third we have Amy and then Chloe with that final push, but just not quite enough there from the outside. That's Caitlin in from a 5:16, which is a really good improvement on a 5:21 with her entry time. Second, Ava Service, 5:17, and third, Amy Dobson. That's it, just confirmed. Caitlin Morton first, Amy Service second, Amy Dobson third. That is your 1, 2, and 3 on that second heat.
Our third heat in 0, Emily Dawson, Mulganbearsden. 1, Eva Gordon, City Glasgow. 2, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. 3, Lauren Dunlop, Dumfries. 4 is Chloe Kirk, Mulganbearsden. Nice start in 5, Daisy Gildee, City Glasgow. 6, Ella Cunningham, City Glasgow. 7, Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow. 8, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. And 9, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. City Glasgow swimmers in 5, 6 and 7 going well, and they are in the lead. Daisy Gildee in 5, 33.10, 33.89. Daisy McInnes in 7, Ella Cunningham 34.43. Fastest entry in this one, time wise 5:10 through to 5:19. Well, 5:14.08 as a really good swim in that first heat. Honor McCarty hadn't been bettered by Caitlin Morton in that second heat. So both of those girls, 13-year-olds, a few 13-year-olds in this one. Daisy Gildee, 1:11 at the 100. That's significantly faster than we've had so far. Daisy McInnes in 7, upsides, and between them is Ella Cunningham. Olivia Russell from Cumbernauld, the yellow cap, in lane 8. And Ruby McInnes in 9, in 4th and 5th. Chloe Kirk in lane 4. Sitting 6, Emily Dawson, her teammate, over on that far side in lane 0, 7th. Eva Gordon, Lucy Hunter, Lauren Dunlop, 8th, 9th and 10th. And Daisy Gildee with about a second and a half advantage now. And she'll want to try and push on a little bit if she can, which she's certainly trying to do. Ella Cunningham trying to make a move, and Olivia Russell's still in the mix. But Daisy Gildee was off to a good start, and she maintains that good momentum as we reach the halfway mark and turning in 2:31.97. Now pacing there round about 80 odd seconds. The rest of the girls have a fair bit to do. They're 3.5, 4 seconds back. Ella Cunningham now trying to get to work. Chloe Kirk in lane 4 has a lot to do. Fastest qualifier to get anywhere near our leader now. And Olivia Russell may have just sneaked into 3rd place here. We're at 2:50. Advantage around 3 or 4 meters. And time-wise, it's in excess of 4 minutes. Race very much is for second place here, unless something happens to our leader, Daisy Goldie, going really very strongly now. About 10 meters to go before the final 100. 3:51, 3:52 would be roughly the 80 seconds that she's been on. Well, 3:52.88. It's pretty steady from Daisy. And Daisy also 13, so 5:14.08. She really just got to maintain that sort of 80-odd second pace to be a little bit inside that. I kind of fancy she should be able to get somewhere around about 5:11, 5:12 with a strong finish, maybe even better than that. Got an idea at the split here, 4:31 would be round about that mark. Well, it is indeed 4:31.66, as you can see, those of you here, 38.78, very strong 50 there, and maintaining that momentum. Second place, Ella Cunningham. Third place, Chloe Kirk has left it really late, the M&B swimmer. Can she snatch second? That's the prize for those girls behind. Daisy Goldie, though, has this one nailed virtually from the word go. Chloe Kirk finishing strongly, along with Olivia Russell, but no doubt about the winner. Daisy Goldie, 5:10.40. Might be the Cumbernauld girl that sneaks into second. Oh, it's tight. I think just Olivia Russell, 5:17.57. In fact, a dead heat. And a cracking swim, Daisy Goldie. Entry time of 5:10.40. Well, a little bit over that. But at the moment, in fact, it's 10. Bang on her entry time, 10:40. Fortunately, at disqualification for technical infraction. Lane number 7.
Okay, on to the final heat. We have in lane 0, Emma Binney from North Ayrshire. Lane 1, Ava Ross in City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Gina Wren, City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. Lane 4, Evie Mackey, Lanark. Lane 5, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. No show, lane 6. Lane 7, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. Lane 8, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. And lane 9, Ailey Melrose from Inverclyde.
Well, Wendy, we've had a few funny contests in the past. Gina Wren, Evie Mackey at it again, first and second. So, be interesting how you call this one.
Yeah, I think Amber's swimming pretty well as well here from Emma Hinton, but she's had some tough events in the morning, so we'll see how she performs. She's coming in with the only person, though, as I said, Robert, that's under 5 just now is Evie Mackey. So it's that 5 minutes that all these girls will be chasing, as that is their entry time this year for snags. And as you can see here, lane 4 and lane 5, we've got the 2, Evie Mackey and Gina Wren. Coming up, the Evie Mackey just turning first there with a 107 in the first 100. Gina Wren with a 108.3, both really good times. Tracking much faster than the last heat there with a 35.36 in their split times for 50 in their second 50. But yeah, there's just no stopping this Evie Mackey, is there, Robert?
You can see just how strong the kick from both the girls are. Normally you might not be kicking quite as much as that in the early stages, but everything in action here.
It's nice also to see Gina Wren back in the pool here in long distance as well. Missed seeing Gina in a few events, so good to see her back and stretching forward over Evie there.
just keep her eye on Amber Hinton in third place, Wendy. She's 13, so that target 5, 10, 40 to finish top girl in that age group, but all the action at the front here.
Yeah, Amber does like to hold back a little and then come forward in the latter 50s or 100s. She generally sort of puts the pace down, so hopefully she's got a plan in her head and is keeping to that.
Amber Hinton 2:30.28 is about a second and a half inside the time from that previous heat, Daisy Goldie. So at the moment she looks good to take the 13-year-old title, Wendy.
Yeah, but Gina's still trying to push Evie here. But Evie is definitely coming up stronger here, getting a good body length ahead of Gina. Just turning there with a 36 split, faster than before. 2:58. Gina just getting a 38 there. You can see where the pacing's starting to kick in here. And third there is Amber Hinton with a 3:09 so far. So if Gina can just get it in her head here, thinking that Evie's already done a 1500, then she might be able to mentally try and push forward or push her a little bit harder. Just coming up here now and turning there, slowed up a little bit, but still a 37.8, so still below that 38. Whereas Gina's still pacing on her 50s at 38.6.
Amber Hinton, Wendy, looking good now, 3:48. She's best part of 4 seconds inside the time for 13-year-old. Evie Mackey will probably finish inside her entry time as well. Looking strong, doesn't she?
Okay, and as Evie comes into her last 50, she's done what she does best and pulls out. So this is her race again. I don't think that Gina's going to be able to catch her in her last 50. But as we said, Amber Hinton there, this is where she turns it on, and she's generally got some effort in the tank. However, just beside her, not to forget there in lane 3, we've also got Lisa McNair coming through forward nicely, but this is going to be Evie Mackey's position again. Coming in strongly. That's her first place. Well done, Evie Mackey. 4:48. Smashing that 5 minutes. And Gina coming through with a 4:55. Congratulations. That's you in snags as well, Gina. And brilliant there for Amber. Amber Hinton getting the third place there is 5:03. That's your 1, 2, and 3. Big improvements on entry times there. And just Evie Mackey, 4:48 there against your entry time is a 4:53 after already nailing the 1500 in the morning. Quite spectacular.
Yeah, I think Lisa McNair in fourth place will be the third place 14-year-old. If my maths is right, I think we've got Amber Hinton top 13, and second would be Daisy Goldie, and I think Anna McCarty.
Yeah, that's it.
Third.
That's it, Robert. Confirmed. Evie Mackey first, 4:48. Gina Wren, 4:55, and Amber Hinton there for third place. And we move on to the boys.
Yeah, and Gina Wren, good swim from her. She'll be our silver medalist, I'm sure, once we get all the results to confirm for that 400. Well done, girls. I don't mind. So the Magnificent Seven in this one are 1. Luke Todd, Grangemouth. 2. Ollie Jeffers, Ren 96. 3 is Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 4. Stefan Nustak from Stranraer Stingrays. 5 is Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swim. 6. Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. And 7. Zachary Dorman from Falkirk Otter. Entry times these boys come into this range from 5:32 to 5:55. So it's all about PBs for these youngsters and the experience of swimming a long course event at districts. Some of them have already done this type of event before, but for one or two it'll be a new experience. Certainly not a new experience for Stephens. He's been at districts for a few years now. I have to think he's just 13. He was swimming at districts as an 11-year-old. And he's off to a nice strong start in our first heat. So 1:11.30. Harrison and Scott. Not much between the two. Fourth place is Ollie Jeffers from round 96. And the other swimmers, Luke Todd, Lewis Watson, Zachary Dormer, a little bit further back. And we've virtually got the arrow formation, a bit stretched out though. Arrow formation where the middle lanes should be the fastest, the outside lanes the slowest. It's very much almost on seeding in this first heat. Doesn't usually work out that way. More so on the really fastest heats where there is seeding. And coming down towards the halfway mark. His gap was around 4 seconds at the 100 mark. It's significantly wider now as we reach 200. Stephens turns to 33.22. Virtually an 82-second split there for that last 100. Harrison has gone well clear now in second. He's over 5 seconds clear of Scott Watson from East Kilbride. All these boys 13. There are two 12-year-olds in the outside lanes, Luke Todd, Grangemouth, and Zachary Dormer from Falkirk Otter. The field very, very stretched out as we reach 250. Stephen pacing Wendy round about 82-second mark still.
Stefan and Harrison having a really good battle there in terms of getting out front 1 and 2, leaving the pack behind a bit, aren't they? So Stefan's there is picking up the pace. Board starting to light up in green for the boys' splits. Just Stefan coming in to turn into his last 100. I do believe, though, that Harrison just beside him will have a quicker split on that time. He seems to be picking up the pace and catching Harrison a little bit, or sorry, Stefan a little bit more there. Yep, just slightly faster, but only just.
Yeah, well, Harrison's just eaten a wee bit into that lead, Wendy, but not by much. I think Stefan's still got enough in the tank. It's around 3 seconds between Scott and Dolly Jeffers for that third place. The East Kilbride boy still was looking good to take third in the heat.
These boys' entry times were coming in at sort of 5:32, 5:35, so I think they're going to be pleased with their times when they come down.
And certainly Stephens looks well under 5:20 here. A nice improvement on that 5:32.42 entry. And be a similar improvement for Harrison. He's on a 5:37.50. Nice strong finish there. 5:15.59. Good improvement on his entry time. Harrison 5:20.98. So a very similar improvement on his entry time. Something around 17 seconds for both boys. Well done, lads. And I might be made to eat my words here. Scott Watson has been just overhauled by Ollie Jeffers. 5:38.84, 5:39.20 for Scott. But both inside their entry time, so they'll be pleased with that. Lewis Watson, 5:49.01. Luke Todd finishes, we'll wait for that time just to appear on the board. 5:55.99, very much on his entry time. And Zachary completes 6:02.10.
Okay, and we're on to Heat 2. So in Lane 0, we have Sam Curry, North Ayrshire. Lane 1, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Cameron Beck, Inverclyde. Lane 3, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. Lane 4, Clark Mackingill, Inverclyde. Lane 5, Ewan Nelson, Cumbernauld. Lane 6, Murray Johnston, Wren 96. Lane 7, Cameron Mather, Inverclyde. Lane 8, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde. Lane 9, Jack Kelvin, Wren 96. So good to see also this morning and this afternoon a high level of swimmers showing up. Very few no-shows, so that's what we like to see at the meet. And as these boys have just turned, we've got the middle of the lanes in terms of lane 2, 3, 4, 5, all sort of pretty level peg. I think lane 2 might just be, no, I think lane 4 is just pushing ahead there. In lane 4, that is Clark Mackingill. Just starting, I think he's going to turn first. See what his split time there is for this first 100, 1:09. And then next to him, Ewan Nielsen and Cole Murphy. With both the boys on 1:10, pretty much equal. So Clark,
Always nice, Wendy, to have swimmers that, as long as they finish, will get a medal. Jack Keevan, the only 12-year-old in lane 9 in this. A couple of 12-year-olds as we had in the first heat. So, depending on where he finishes, he's guaranteed a medal of some description. But, Clark Maitland-Gill just ahead of Cole Murphy and Ewan Nielsen. A little bit tighter race this one than we've had for some of the earlier ones.
Yeah, a lot of the boys are coming in at that 5:10, 5:15 mark, so a little bit tighter than the first heat, but just as they're coming in for that halfway mark. So just to give you a benchmark, the first heat was a 2.33 at the half mark. So this is considerably faster there with a 2:27. Coming in for that 200 mark, with Clark Mackingill remaining out front, pushing ahead a little bit more, getting about half a body ahead of Cole Murphy. And we've got some results from Robert.
Yeah, so our 400 for the girls are 11, 12-year-olds. First was Eva Gordon, City Glasgow. Second, Sarah McGuffey, Kilmarnock. Third was Emily Taylor from Lanark. And as I'd indicated, the 30-year-olds, Amber Hinton from Dumfries takes gold. Daisy Goldie, City Glasgow silver, and Honor McCarty, Inverclyde, our bronze medalist. Our 14-year-olds, Evie Mackey Lanark, Gina Wren second, City Glasgow, and third was Lucy McNair from Grangemouth.
So Cole Murphy there in lane 3, just picking up a bit of the pace and challenging Mackingill Clark there in the middle, who's still holding steady with his first place in the heat. But split-wise, I think there's just picked up the pace. Beside him, Cole Murphy. Those two boys now have sort of stretched out on that first and second, and third is then going to be looking at right now, battling between Ewan Nielsen just coming in there with Murray Johnston and Cameron Beck very close beside them. So on to the last 100 here. I think Clark Mackingill here is paced this event very well, just making sure he has the edge in terms of getting out front and still got enough fuel in the tank there to come through onto his last 50, which I think he will push out and pull ahead over Cole Murphy. So on to their last 50. Does Mackingill hold it against Cole? Or does Cole have just that extra special last 25 burst of energy? But I think this is going to be Mackingill's race in lane 5. I can't see Cole getting him, but a very good paced race. So in lane 4 that was. Mackingill's going to finish up here with Cole just beside him. Good race, boys. And that was dead on, Gil Mackin. 5 minutes there with your entry time was a 5:10, so a good 10 seconds off. Second was Cole Murphy, 5:01, and third and fourth, 5:09.8 and 5:09.95 between Cameron Beck and Ewan Nielsen. Very close fight there for third and fourth. Just wait for that to be confirmed. But all boys taking at least 10 to 15 seconds off their entry time there, the 1, 2, and 3. So a great race and should all be very proud.
I think Jack in 10th place, although he was last home, I think he'll finish top 12-year-old. We'll get that confirmed later on, Wendy.
Yes, that's confirmed there. We've got Mackingill Clark with first place, 5 dead. 08, and then second Cole Murphy, third Cameron Beck with a 5:09.82 as your 1, 2, and 3.
So our final heat, just the 8 in this one, 0 Cooper Schloss. North Ayrshire, 1, Finlay Hiddleston, Dumfries. In lane 2, off to a good start, Kyle Connolly, City Glasgow. Empty lane 3, 4, Cameron McMillan, Redfrey Bass, also going well. Empty lane in 5, 6, Daniel Henry, City Glasgow, also up with the mix. 7 is Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 8, Kenneth Traynor, East Kilbride. And 9, Aaron Russell, Bellsill Sharks. Finlay Bennett also up with the mix in second. It's 6 and 7, Daniel Henry, Finlay Bennett. And in the middle lane, Cammy McMillan. Not that far behind. Kyle Connolly in 4th place. The action at the moment, this side of the pool. Kenneth Traynor, East Kilbride. Well in touch as well. So 6 and 7 almost together. Daniel Henry, Finlay Bennett, 107, 42 and 64 respectively, with Cammy McMillan and Kenneth Traynor roughly about a second and a half further back, along with Kyle Connolly. Times in this one range from 4:51 to 5:08. Daniel Henry just, I think, pulling away a little bit from Finlay Bennett. Silver cap of Rutherglen in lane 7. Kenneth Traynor and Cammy McMillan almost together. 400 separate them. 3rd and 4th. But Daniel Henry has made a move. He's gone maybe 3-4 metres clear. Kyle Connolly trying to maintain momentum to keep him in the pack behind. Kenneth Traynor now beginning to pick up as we approach halfway. Advantage at the moment, Wendy, with Daniel by quite a big margin now. He's gone about 3 seconds clear.
Yeah, and just at that halfway mark, Marbut, that was 2:21. So that was 6 seconds faster than the heat before with Mark and Gill at a 2:27 at that point. So, as you would expect, last heat is going much faster here, with Daniel now starting to stretch out. So that's Daniel. This race, I think, is going to be very much for second and third positions here. Daniel just turning here. Yeah, with a 37 split there, with Kyle Connell just getting second and third, Kenneth Trainer. But nothing in it between Kenneth and Finlay, 7 and 8 here. So over in the second lane, though, we've got Kyle Connell starting to push out. He's starting to catch Daniel a bit there. So as they come into their last 100. Still, though, is Daniel managing to keep that ahead. Finishing up there again, 37 split. But as you can see, Kyle Connor, the only person there coming through with a faster heat or faster sprint time there, 37. So he is trying to go ahead. But the two boys that are really head to head here, lane 7 and lane 8, for either third or fourth. You have Finlay and Kenneth. Daniel stretched out that lead. Kyle's held back a little bit more again. So as Daniel then turns into his last 50, this is his event to win here. 36 split there, has picked up the pace, pulling ahead now. Kyle, haven't got the split time on that. Still trying to give it something. I think Daniel's still going to get here, but great spin there by Kyle, pushing forward. So 25 meters to go. They're tracing a 4:50. 4:51 is the highest entry time. And this is Daniel coming in here with a nice first. Well done, Daniel. 4:48. Then over to Kyle. Well done, Kyle, in second. 4:53. And third there was Finlay Bennett. I think Kenneth just losing out in the last, but paced it really well up to that last 25 meters. And lots of boys under the 5 minutes there. So first, I think 4:48 against Daniel's entry time there, which was a 4:54. So good PB on that. Just get that confirmed. Yep, that's Daniel Henry, 4:48 as first. Kyle Connell, 4:53 as second. And Finlay Bennett as third for your 1, 2, and 3. And as you see the girls lining up, we're going to swap over to the 200 butterfly. And it's the young girls, the 11 to 14s first, Robert.
Well, just the one heat. Sadly, only 6 swimmers take part. Lisa McNair in 2 from Grangemouth, 2 Amy Rowell, City Glasgow, 4 Evie Mackey Lanark, 5 Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow, 6 Cara White, round 96, and teammate Rose Gourley. In lane 7, 2 13-year-olds, Amy Rowell, Rose Gourley. They're the 2 that will be after medals, lane 7 and lane 3. Medals look to be an absolute certainty gold at this early stage. Evie Mackey well clear of Abigail Crawford, Cara White. Amy Rowell and Rose Gourley are the 13-year-olds. There's not much between the two at the moment.
Yeah,
Evie Mackey well clear, Wendy.
I was just about to say, Robert, as you were saying, one heat for the 200 butterfly. I tell you, if there's any 12-year-olds out there, you could have won a medal here today. You just needed to enter and get a time, Robert.
Exactly, and that same true for the 13-year-olds when we're only two. It'll be great to see more of swimmers, both boys and girls, doing butterfly. We can fill backstroke, freestyle, breaststroke, but there seems to be a problem at the moment. Everyone will do 50s, 100s, but have a bash at 200s. It is fun, honest. My youngest daughter tells me that she enjoys it, so I've got to believe her.
But everybody else that's watching here, I think we've got a bit of another masterclass here by Evie. Some lovely fly going on in the centre of the pool, lane 4. You know, look at that, 50-metre split and a 200 of a 40.42.
Well, you can see how much Evie Mackey's enjoying this. 151.87. I expect her to come back sub 235, which is her entry time. And she's been shaving off seconds here and there. She's already had a 400 and a 1500 already today, but still manages to do a 200 butterfly. Shame on you, girls. Am I doing enough to embarrass you all?
And I bet you she's in the 200 IM later on as well, Robert.
Well done, Evie.
That was
just inside your entry time. 2:35.83. She looks shattered. Second place. Well done, Abigail. 2:44.48. Just a wee bit over your entry time. Cara White will be third. And Amy Rowell will finish top 13-year-old. Well done, Amy. 2:59.26, just a wee bit over your entry time. But as I say, some of these times are conversions, I'm almost sure, from short course, since we've not been in the long course for a while. Lisa McNair, 3:10.26. Having done 400 earlier. Rose Gourlay. Just wait for Rose's time. 3:25.46. And that gets Rose a medal. Unfortunately, lane 6 disqualification for a technical infraction. So as a result, the three other 14-year-olds, so Lisa McNair, will get, I'm sure once we get that confirmed, bronze medal. So just wait for our officials just to confirm that. It looks like Evie Mackey, Abigail Crawford, Lisa McNair will be the 1, 2, 3 and the 14-year-olds, and Amy Rowell and Rose Gourlay, silver, gold and silver in the 30-year-olds. Well done, girls, as we move on to the boys. 2 boys in the first heat.
Okay, well, we've done slightly better with the boys. We have got 2 heats, but in the first heat we have 2 young swimmers. So we have Rory Stevenson from Falkirk in lane 3, No Show in lane 4, and lane 5 we have Lewis Bray from Inverclyde. So Rory's a 12-year-old and Lewis is a 13-year-old today. Both of these swimmers coming in at Rory, a 3:21 entry time, and Lewis, a 3:11 entry time. So we've got a wee bit of a difference in it, but if we can all do our best to support these 2 boys. It's hard enough when you've just got a 200 fly ahead of you and then you've only got 2 people in the pool. So well done for both of them showing up today and putting the entry in. So just like the entry times sort of alluded, Lewis is ahead there, coming in for his first 100 in lane 5. Lewis is swimming today from Inverclyde. Wonder if he's picked up any of Archie's fly skills over in Inverclyde. They always have a nice technical fly stroke there and do well in their fly. Touching in there for the first 100 at a 1:26. And a split time there of 49.39, so good to see that under the 50. And Rory, 55 in the split and a 1:38. Robert.
Just as Wendy was saying earlier on about 12-year-olds entering in a girls' event, only one 12-year-old, and he's going in lane 2 in this one, Rory Stevenson. So fingers crossed, Rory, you get through this, no errors, and you deserve a gold for that. But there's other medals that are going a begging, silver and golds for 12-year-olds. We only have 4 30-year-olds as well taking part, so Lewis Bray will want to try and finish as strongly as he can, put as much pressure as possible on the 3 30-year-olds in the final heat.
And just as we wait for Lewis to come down that last 50, I've just got some finals here for you. So results in the boys 11 to 12 400. We have Jack Kelvin from Wren 96 as first, Luke Todd as second from Grangemouth, and Zachary Dorman from... Sorry, that was Zachary Dorma from Falkirk as third. But let's put our attention here to Lewis Bray in lane 5, coming in to finish his heat. Well done, Lewis, there, finishing up with 3 minutes 09 on your entry time, which is a 3:11, so it's 11 seconds off. Well done, Lewis.
You feel the district should just give him a medal for finishing as well. Well done, Lewis.
He does. He definitely looks as though he's enjoyed that and glad it's over.
Well done, Rory.
Let's give Rory a round of applause. Come on, Rory. Well done, son. And you've just won the 12-year-old category from the 200. Well done.
And delighted that that isn't an official result, so it will be a gold medal for the lad from Falkirk. Well done.
Okay, so second and final heat for the 200 fly boys. We have in lane 0 Stefan Nastu, from Stranraer. Lane 1, Cooper Sloss from North Ayrshire. Lane 2, Nikolai Sinet from Glasgow City. Lane 4, Kyle Mawson from Glasgow City. No swimmer in lane 4 and 5. That's a shame, Archie. I was looking forward to seeing you in lane 4. Lane 6, we have Aaron Machin from City of Glasgow. Lane 7, Adam Merrick from Cumbernauld. And lane 8, Cole Murphy from Glasgow City. I've got my pen.
So we can give you the girls' butterfly results. Confirmed 13-year-olds, Amy Rowell, City Glasgow, gets gold. Rose Gourley, Wren 96, gets silver. And the 14-year-olds, Evie Mackey, Lanark, Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth for second and third.
So Adam just coming in there, Adam Merrick from lane 7 from Cumbernauld, from Cumbernauld. Finishing on there 1:10 for his 100. And then over in lane 2, we've got Nikolai, who's had a good strong day at the pool today. Looking strong in his fly there in number 2 position. But I'm going to watch Aaron here in lane 6, who looks so he's been able to recover from the morning session and is going to be fighting ahead with lane 3, Kyle Mawson. So both Kyle and Aaron from City of Glasgow, so we'll understand how they are able to swim. But just now it's our Cumbernauld swimmer, Adam Merrick in lane 7 against Glasgow City, Nikolai Sisnet, coming down for their last 25 metres. So Adam Merrick from Cumbernauld, his entry time is 2:51. So just as we have there, well done Adam. Adam Merrick with a 1:52, just over his entry time. Sorry, no. Good PB on that, sorry. Adam Merrick 2:35, good PB on a 2:51 entry time. Then we had second over there for Glasgow City, Nikolai Sisnet 2:41, and third was Aaron Machin 2:51 in third place. All boys doing well there and getting in good times. Just wait for that to get confirmed. Yep, that's it coming through as confirmed now. So Adam Merrick 2:35 as first, Nikolai Sisnet 2:41 as second, and Aaron Machin as 2:51 as third. 1, 2 and 3.
I think we'll find Lewis Bray from that earlier heat did in fact get a medal. So well done, Lewis. We'll confirm that, what colour that is, very shortly. So onto the sedate 100 breaststroke now. We've had a 200 earlier. We're on to hundreds for the girls. 5 heats. Ala Rousseau in lane 3, Renfrew Baths. Christina Grubb, City Glasgow goes in 4. And 5, Ellie Mayer from Larkhall, Avondale. All 12-year-olds. So a nice wee start from Ellie. She's forging ahead by maybe 2 or 3 metres. There are a few 12-year-olds coming up in the next few heats. So I think for these youngsters, just about experience in doing this at districts, maybe for the first time, and trying to improve on that entry time, which I'm sure is converted time from short course. Usually find if it's converted and it's a current time, the likelihood is they will probably swim a little bit slower than that, unless they're really, really good at long course. Because you can maximise, you've got more turns in the short course to do. You only have the 1 turn here, you have 3 when you're doing 100 on a short course. And if you're good at the turns, that's where you'll save some time. But, we have a cracking race to finish with. Ellie Mayer, Christina Grubb now closing on her. Can Christina, she's having a wee sly look over there. Concentrate on the swimming, Christina. You might just do it. It's tight. Up to the turn, up to the wall. Oh, Christina just, I think, got that. Well done. 1:42.46. Ellie, 1:42.74. And Isla, 1:46.72. Good race, girls. I'm sure you enjoyed that one.
Okay, off to the second heat. We have lane 0, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. Lane 1, Kavya Shetty, Ren 96. Lane 2, Arthur Jeffries, Lanark. Lane 3, Erin Lammy, Lanark. Lane 4, Amy McCready, Bells Hill. Lane 5, Grace Falkirk. Lane 6, Jenny Maguire, Hamilton. Lane 7, Erin Loughlin, Strathar. Lane 8, Sophie Hanning, Bells Hill. And lane 9, Eva Ferretti, Mulgai and Bearsden. Just in that last heat, it just shows you how important that finish is. If you can stretch into the finish, then the race is yours. So let's see how these girls are doing. Who's first to turn on the 50 mark and come into the last leg? We have Amy McCreaney in lane 4. But very close beside her, Ava Veretti from Mulgine on the outside, lane 9. Still just pushing ahead here is lane 4, which is Amy McGreety is just starting to get ahead here. That red hat in the middle. And again, we have out in the outside lanes, lane 0, and just beside her in lane 5, we've got Grace Blair. But she's going to come in strong. I don't see anybody getting in front of her now. She's still got a full body ahead, stretching out there. This is going to be Amy's race. Amy and then Grace for second. Well done, Amy. 133.18. Then Grace at second, 134.2. And third there was out in lane 0, Charlotte Craig. Great swim by you, 138. And that's it, just getting confirmed. That was Amy McGreedy as first, Grace Blair second, Jenny Maguire there in third for your 1, 2 and 3 onto the third heat. Okay, third heat. We have lane 0, Niamh Scott, City of Glasgow. Lane 1, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Eva Kay, East Kilbride. Lane 3, Jenan Aikenhead, Renfrew Baths. Lane 4, Isadora Holmes, Mulgine Bearsden. Lane 5, Sophie Mooney, City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Ava Steele, Falkirk. Lane 7, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. Lane 8, Emily Hickley, East Kilbride. Lane 9, Katja Wilson, Bells Hill. All these girls are coming in around a 1:32 entry time, but as Robert was saying, a lot of these times will be converted times from the short course. So a lot of these girls, this will be the first time that they've done a long course event, having the pool nicely set up in that 50 metres for a wee while. So it'll be good to get a benchmark as to where they're standing without that extra turn in the middle. So taking a wee bit of an early lead there was lane 5. We have Sophie Mooney. She was turning first and is holding that lead. I think lane 1 is also looking pretty strong there, Lula Milne. But there's going to be a bit of a battle ahead. We've got from City of Glasgow, Lula Milne. And in the middle here we also have lane 7 looking good, Ruby McInnes. But this is lane 5, Sophie Mooney's race. She just touches in there. That's a good 1:29 for Sophie Mooney. Second was Ruby McInnes, and third, just beside her, was Ava Steele. We'll just wait for that to confirm. Yep, that was Ava Steele there with the 1:33, but really nothing between Ruby and Ava there from lane 7 and lane 6. Just getting that confirmed. First, Sophie Mooney, 1:29. Ruby McInnes for second. Ava Steele for third, 1:33. Look at that. Nothing between Ruby and Ava there. Well done.
Fourth heat, 0, Eva Gordon, City Glasgow. Empty lanes 1 and 2. 3, Daisy Gildea, City Glasgow. 4, Abigail Fagan, Red 96. 5, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 6, Honor McCarthy, Inverclyde. 7, Iona Lynn, Scotia. 8, Lily Robinson from Oban. 9, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. Well, Daisy Gildea, we expect to go pretty well, but on McCarthy also going nicely in lane 6, having both girls having done swims a wee bit earlier on. It's Honor McCarty with the advantage at this early stage, 40-90. And really motoring down the final 50. Iona Lynn trying to get into the mix for the minor places. It's all about the minor places. Abigail Fagan in 4, tried to challenge Daisy Goldie. Honor McCarty still looking good though. Well, Inverclyde Girl looks as though she has this heat pretty well wrapped up. No more 13-year-olds to go in the final heat, so this is gold medal, I'm sure, for the Inverclyde Girl. Cracking swim again from Honor McCarty. She takes that. Daisy Goldie will be second. Very close for third. Lane 7, just Iona Lynn in third place. 1:26.67 for, sorry, 1:26.67 it was for Honor McCarty. It's a nice improvement by about 4 seconds. Second, Daisy Goldie, 1:30.05, and third place was Iona Lynn, 1:31.23.
Okay, on to the final heat of the girls. So in lane 0 we have Olivia Russell Cumbernauld. Lane 1, Ellie Melrose Inverclyde. Lane 2, Molly Irvin Watson Dumfries. Lane 3, Daisy McGuinness Glasgow City. Lane 4, Ava Ross Glasgow City. Lane 5, Ella Cunningham Glasgow City. Lane 6, Cara White Wren 96. Lane 7, Katie Gillis Renfrew Baths. Lane 8, Imogen Barrett Wren 96. And lane 9 we have Orla Ross, Mogai and Bearsden. So Ava Ross looks as though she's going really well in lane 4. Just turning first there with a 39. Only girl, oh no, we had Cara White as well coming in there with a 39. So both girls under that 40. Katie Gillis there under that 40 as well for the split. But in the centre of the pack here we do have lane 4 Ava managing to just pull away, but is getting challenged by Molly Irvin Watson. Cara White is also finishing strongly here. It's looking quite exciting. Molly Irvin Watson, is she pulling through? She is. She's pulling through against the Glasgow City girl, Ava Watson, or Ava Ross. But we've also got Cara White coming through. Cara White, has she just got it over Molly? Yep, there's Cara White, Molly, and then we have in third, Ava Ross there. That was a very good race, girls. So first, Cara White pulling it out of the bag, just pipping Molly Irvin Watson in lane 2. And Ava Ross third with a 1:24.79. Just getting that confirmed. Yep, that is your 1, 2, and 3. Cara White, Molly Irvin Watson, and 3, Ava Ross.
It's boys' turn this time. 2, Gordon McGregor, Kilmarnock. 3, Jensen Basketeer, Renfrew Bass. 4, Zachary Dormer, Falkirk Orchard. 5, Leighton Dormer, Bonners rather, from Inverclyde. And 6, Aidan Mooney, City Glasgow. Times in this 1:39 to 1:43. Not that that really matters too much in the first of the 4 heats. It's all about getting a good swim and trying to get a PB. First time doing this, maybe long course for the lads. Leighton Bonner going well in lane number 5. Also in lane 2, Gord McGregor not far behind. So at the halfway mark, Leighton Bonner turns 44.93. Gordon's a couple of seconds or so further back. Aidan in third. Jensen Zachary a little bit further back, but all within striking distance to try and get second or third. At the moment, it still looks pretty good for Leighton Bonnert. Inverclyde swimmer. Well, yet another Inverclyde swimmer on breaststroke, as we saw a wee bit earlier on with Honor McCarty. And coming into the final 10 metres, Gordon McGregor. Can he find a late surge? The Kilmarnock swimmer. He looks good for second. But, no doubt that Leighton's now coming in to take this by 2 or 3 metres. Well done, Leighton. 1:37.12. Gordon 1:39.35. And Jensen comes through 1:42.42.
Okay, and on to the second event, or the second heat. We have Nicholas Sent from Kingston, lane 1, Matthew Jack from Renfrew Baths, lane 2, Logan Moffat from Kirkintilloch, lane 3, Cameron Mather from Inverclyde, lane 4, Joshua Cummings from Bells Hill, lane 5, Ali Hattap from Dumfries, lane 6, Craig Hartley from Glasgow City, lane 7, Rhys McMillan from Renfrew Baths, lane 8, Martin Romix from Ren 96, and lane 9, Jack Higney from Kirkintilloch, as the boys come up just for their first turn here. And we have Joshua Cumming in lane 4, just touching first there, and then Craig Hartley in second. That's Joshua from Bells Hill and Craig from City of Glasgow. But in lane 4, Joshua Cummings still holding out there, looking strong in the red hat. Coming down to the last 25. But just over in lane 6, we have a challenger here from Glasgow. That's lane 6, Craig Hartley. I think Craig Hartley's just taken over. And then the fight will be on. This is going to be Craig's race in number 1. And then fight is on for second, which we have the Inverclyde swimmer just coming up, I think. Cameron Mather from Inverclyde just getting second there. And third was Joshua Cumming. That's in your 1, 2, and 3. That was Craig Hartley. Great swim there. Really coming back in the last 25 metres at 1:28.06. Craig, that was a good PB, and your entry time was a 1:33, so you'd be pleased with that. Just get this confirmed. First, Craig Hartley with a 1:28.06. Second, Cameron Mather for a 1:31.86, and Joshua Cumming third, 1:32.36.
Heat 3, 0, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde, teammate in 1, Finlay Maurice, 2, Carrick Thompson, also Inverclyde, 3, Kenneth Traynor, East Kilbride, 4, George Zavadiski from Stranraer Stingrays, 5, Clark Maitland-Gill, Inverclyde. Is it a takeover at Inverclyde today? 6, Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld, empty lane 7, 8, Gregor Gunter, City Glasgow, and 9, Murray Callan, Lankhall, Avondale. Clark Maitland-Gill, Inverclyde in the lead in lane 5. Other side of him, Ewan Nielsen in 6. And George Zawiniski in lane 4 in 3rd place. So out of the turn, we've got almost 2-second advantage for Clark Maitland-Gill. Can't see him losing that from this position now. Looks very strong down the stretch. All about second place. George coming through to challenge Ewan Ewan for that second place, but no doubt about the winner of this one. Inverclyde, do produce some good swimmers doing breaststroke, and I've done it again in this heat. 1:23.56. George will be second, and Ewan third. 1:28.59 for George, and Ewan 1:30.02. A nice improvement on that 1:25.40 time for Clark Maitland-Gill. A couple of seconds or so inside that. That result now confirmed. Clark, George and Ewan.
Okay, last heat. Full house for the last heat, and in lane 0 we have Riley Griffin from Airdrie and Monkland, and lane 1 Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Bass, lane 2 Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen, lane 3 Ethan Collins, Bells Hill, lane 4 Fraser Vandermeulen, Sterling Swim, lane 5 Lachlan Small, Sterling Swim, lane 6 Kyle Connell, Glasgow City Council, City of Glasgow, lane 7 Aaron Mason, City of Glasgow, lane 8 Ryan Crabby, gosh, I'm having one of those days in this heat, Ren 96, and lane 9 Joe Crawford, Scotia. So first to turn on there was Fraser from Stirling, and in lane 4, first 50 there, 35.57, just beside him though is Lachlan Small, both of them from Stirling. Look like Lachlan's coming through. And in lane 2 though, you've got lane 2 Finlay Bennett also giving a crack at this. But it's going to be Lachlan, then Finlay I think, then Fraser, but really tight between the three of them. Lachlan just getting that, and then Fraser, and then, that's Lachlan, then Finlay, then Fraser in a 1, 2 and 3. Lachlan coming in there at a 1:15 with his entry time was a 1:17, so good PB on that. And that was the final event, and the results just confirmed. Lachlan Small 1:15.85, Finlay Bennett 1:16.52, Fraser Vandermeulen 1:17 for your third place. And just while we're waiting here, I've got those boys 200 butterfly results. So Stephen Rory at the 12-year-old, gold. And then we go on to the 13-year-olds. We have Nikolai Cisnet for first, Aaron Machin for second, and Lewis Bray for third. The 14-year-olds, Adam Merrick for first, Kyle Mossman for second, and Cooper Sloth for third. And if Robert's going to, Robert's going to,
Yeah, Eva Gordon, Lula Milne and Charlotte Craig, City Glasgow and Ren 96 for the 100 breast for the girls. 13-year-olds, Anna McCarty, Inverclyde, Daisy Gildee, City Glasgow and Iron Lynn, Scotia. And our 14-year-olds, Cara White, Molly Irvin Watson and Ava Ross in that 14-year-old breaststroke, Ren 96, Dumfries and City Glasgow respectively. Two swimmers go in our 50 back. Sarah McGuffey in lane 4 from Kilmarnock and Ailsa Chand from East Kilbride. And very little between the two. Ailsa, I think, maybe just marginally ahead. It's a good race between the two of the girls. Sarah coming back at her. Oh, it's going to be on the touch here. Sarah, I think maybe just a fraction ahead. There's not much in it inside the final few metres. Sarah, I think, just going to get it. 39.89. Ailsa, 40.25. Well done, girls. Nice competitive event in that first heat from both of you. And good swims as we move on to our second heat. 9 swimmers go in this one. There is no swimmer allocated for lane 9. So lanes Heat 2, 0 to 8. Christina Grubb, Hannah Jimison, Abigail Fagan, Rebecca Waters, Orla Ross, Imogen Siebers, Beth Arnott, Ella Craig, Charlotte Craig.
Okay, all girls getting a good start there. Chasing a 38 is their entry time. I think in this, just as we come into the last 25 metres there, we've got lane 5, Imogen Serbs just beside Orla, and over in lane 6, Beth Arnott. I think Beth Arnott's just stretched out her lead there. I think this is going to be her race. Yep, we're going to have a 1, 2, 3 here in lane 6, 5 and 4. That was Beth coming in, then Imogen, then Orla in lane 4. Beth getting a 37.93, Imogen a 38.63, the 6.5, and third was Charlotte Craig there, the 39.6. So that was your first Beth Arnott, second Imogen Serbers, and third Charlotte Craig. Heat 3, Katja Wilson, Belsell, Lauren Dunlop, lane 2, Ailsa Levin, lane 3, Sophie Stark, lane 4, Eva Pettigrew, Evie Cartwright, lane 6, Lucy Taylor, lane 7, Rose Curley, lane 8, Charlotte McGavin, lane 9, Amy McCready.
Well, we'll see what happens at the end, but Eva Cartwright really forging ahead now. Lucy Taylor and Rose Gurley pretty well up there. And Sophie Stark, but it looks as though Evie Cartwright's going to take this. Oh, it's maybe not. Evie and Lucy Taylor almost together. But it was on the touch. Lucy Taylor, nothing between the two girls. 37.18, 37.22. Rose Gurley just behind, 37.85. We'll wait for our officials just to confirm that. No time for Katja Wilson yet on the board. That's to be confirmed what time she has. And there is a disqualification. Lane 4, it was for a technical infraction. So it was lane 6, 5 and 7 as we had. 37.18 Lucy, Evie 37.22 and 38.85 Rose Gurley. And still no time yet for Katja Wilson. I'm sure everyone at Bellshill was on tenterhooks waiting for that to come up. There we have it, 41.60 for Katja. And we move on to our fourth heat. Fourth heat, 0 to 9, Alex Shepherd, Sophie Brown, Rebecca Marsh, Ava Service, Olivia Caldwell, Ellie Hall, Neve Brooks, Neve Scott, Imogen Lavelle and Lucy McFadgen.
Okay, all girls coming in here around a 37-38. And looks like up the top of the pool there, we've got in lane 1 here, Sophie Brown making a good start. Coming in strong again at the other side of the pool. We've also got Imogen and Lucy doing pretty well in lane 8 and 9. I think it's going to be there at lane Olivia Caldwell, lane 4. Then Sophie Brown was indeed out in lane 1 second. And third was coming in with Niamh Brooks with a 37 dead for your third place. Oh, good times, girls. Get that confirmed. Olivia Caldwell with a 35.72. Second, Sophie Brown with 36.15. And third was Niamh Brooks, 37 dead. 1, 2, and 3. Heat 5 of 6. Lane 0, Ilse Rosell. Lane 1, Kavya Shetty. Lane 2, Kieran Finlayson. Lane 3, Ruby Hunter. Lane 4, Daisy Gilday. Lane 5, Emily Taylor. No show lane 6. Lane 7, Catley Martin. Lane 8, Daisy Kelly. Lane 9, Ava Steele.
11-year-old Emily Taylor going very well in lane 5. Also up there in 3. And 2 rather is Kira Finlayson, Daisy Gilday, and 4. It's between those. Might just be lane 2. It is lanes 2, 4, and 6. Kira Davidson, Finlayson, Daisy Gilday, Emily Taylor. 36.23 for Kira, 36.62 for Daisy, and 37.69 Emily Taylor. Empty lane 0, 1 and 2, Eva Gordon, Emily Dawson. Empty lane 3, Casey Dixon 4. Empty lane 5, 6 to 9, Molly Irvin Watson, Gina Wren, Anna Campbell, Abby Henderson.
Lane 6 there, Molly Irvin Watson had started on strong, but overtaking her is just beside her. In lane 7, we have Gina Wren coming through. I think this might be Gina coming through up against lane 4, which is Casey Dixon. Casey Dixon, Gina Wren. I think Gina's just got that. Yes, she did. Just got that over Casey Dixon with a 100th of a second between the two girls in the 1 second. So good PB there in terms of entry time for Gina there. So Gina Wren was first, 34.07. Casey Dixon second, 34.08. And then third was Anna Campbell, 35.4. And we switch over to the boys, 50 back. We have lane 0, Kieran Naismith. Lane 1, Callum Chesser. Lane 2, Martin Romix. Lane 3, Rory Stevenson. Lane 4, Zachary Dormy. Lane 5, Brodie Leonard. Lane 6, Cole McCluskey. No show, lane 7. Lane 8, Struan Henry.
So it might just be lane 6, Cole McCluskey. Tightening up a wee bit. Brodie Lydon in 5, also well there between those two, I think. No doubt Cole is going to take this. Brodie in second, and in third place Zachary. 37.86 for Cole. Brodie 39.24 and 39.63 for Zachary. Just confirming the 40-year-old breaststroke 123, Cara White, round 96, Molly Irvin Watson from Dumfries is silver, Ava Ross, City Glasgow is the bronze medalist. That's you, I think, pretty well up to date with results so far. Heat 2, 0, Callum Struzik, empty lane 1, Kaelin Cardy 2, George Zawiniski 3, Cole Murphy 4, Ali Hapti in 5, Clark Maitland Gill 6, empty lane 7, Riley Griffin 8, and Conor McNaught 9.
Okay, good starts there from Cole Murphy and in lane 4 and Clark Maitland Gill in lane 6. Just coming up to the last 10 metres or so, it is Cole Murphy in lane 4. It's his event on this one, good sprint there. And then from second, with lane 6, we've got Clark Mackingill. And third there was Ali Hatton with a 37.15. So that was, and unfortunately lane 2, we have a disqualification for technical infraction. So just to confirm that 1, 2 and 3, Cole Murphy, 33.96. Second, Clark Mackingill, 35.94. And Ali Hatton, 37.15 for your 1, 2 and 3 on to the final event, or heat on this event. Okay, lane 0, the final heat, we have Carrick Thompson, lane 1, Aaron Machin, lane 2, Aaron Russell, lane 3, Fraser van der Millen, lane 4, Ethan Collins, lane 5, Nicola Sinnett, lane 6, Max Miller, lane 7, Finlay Hiddleston, lane 8, Cameron Black, lane 9, Murray Callum.
Ethan Collins now being pressed by Nicola Sinnett. Very little between the two, Nicola, Ethan and Fraser van der Millen. That's how it finishes, 1100s between the two. Nikolai Sinnett, 30.68, takes that. He'll be top 13-year-old, and Ethan Collins, the second, will be top 14-year-old, I'm sure, once we get results confirmed. Fraser van der Millen, third, 32.36. So we move back to girls' event. Our final girls' event is 11 14-year-olds, 200 metres individual medley, 5 heats.
Okay, as we relax a little bit into the 200 IM, not sure if the girls in the pool will be relaxing, but we can take it down a pace after the 50s. So first heat of 5, we have in lane 1, Megan Ferris from Cumbernauld, lane 2, Rose Gurley from Wren 96, lane 3, Ava Steele from Falkirk, lane 4, Abigail Fagan from Wren 96, lane 5, Orlis Jeffries from Lanark, lane 6, Abby Henderson from Rutherglen, lane 7, Lucy Taylor from Lanark, lane 8, Olivia Lane from Inverclyde, and lane 9, Sarah McGraffrey from Kilmarnock. So as we come up for first 50 metres, we have Orlith Jeffrey in lane 5, leading the way on the fly over to the back, but over in lane 1 there, we have Megan Ferris looking strong in her backstroke, along with lane 7, Lucy Taylor. But lane 1's doing a lovely backstroke here, really gaining some edge over lane 5. So that's Megan over Orlith. As we all know in the 200 though, it's all about who holds it or gains an edge in the breaststroke. I think just finishing up, touching first. Oh, we have lane 7 just managing to touch first there, Lucy Taylor over Orlith Jeffrey in lane 5. So who has the breaststroke up their sleeve? All girls managing to hold their position so far, with Lucy just edging ahead, and with Orlith in lane 5, but both girls are going to be, I think, coming into the last leg of the freestyle pretty much neck and neck. And again, out in lane 1, I'm just going to keep an eye on Megan Ferris, who seems to have been edging ahead a little bit further again in her breaststroke. But coming through, yeah, there's nothing really in it between Orlith and Lucy. I think Lucy's just going to get the turn there. She did with Orlith, and then over Megan in lane 1. So freestyle, let's go girls. Who's got the freestyle? Lane 1, Megan starting to push ahead. Coming down to the last 25 meters. This is going to be really tight. We've got Megan, we've got Lucy, we've got Orlith. Megan just getting the edge here. Then Orlith and then Lucy, but Orlith and Lucy. Lucy's coming through. Lucy's coming through in lane 7. Can Megan hold on? Lucy's coming through. Lucy has snatched it. Well done. And then, oh, who was that? Lane 2. Megan got it from lane 1. She got the second, with Orlith getting the third. That was a really well contested event or heat there. So just waiting to get that confirmed. But Lucy Taylor with a 2:58 under that 3-minute mark, along with Megan in lane 1, 2:59.59. Both of those girls will be pleased. And then Orlith just getting that 3-minute for third place. That's it confirmed. Lucy first, Megan second, and Orlith third. Okay, second event. Just checking we've got full house. We certainly do. So we have lane 0, Lula Milne from Glasgow City. Lane 1, Erin Loughlin, Stranraer. Lane 2, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Iona Hickson, Mulgine Bearsden. Lane 4, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. Lane 5, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. Lane 7, Sophie Brown, City of Glasgow. Lane 8, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. And lane 9, Grace Blair from Falkirk. So, as we turn to the first turn, we have Anna Campbell there, just in front of Alex Shepherd in lane 6, just beside her onto the back. But Anna Campbell still managing to get that lead extended in the backstroke there. Looking quite strong out front. Second is muchness right now. We've got out of the start, we've got over in the Lula and Erin in lane 0 and lane 1. And then just beside her, lane 6, in terms of the middle of the pool, we have Alex Shepherd fighting ahead in lane 7 against her Sophie Brown. So second and third is going to be well contested so far. First 100 there, we have a good Anna Campbell looking strong. However, I know when we go into the breaststroke, Honor McCardley, lane 8, has got a good breaststroke there we've just seen. So we'll see how she comes forward, as well as lane 7, Sophie Brown there from Glasgow City is looking stronger in the breast. But as you can see, those two girls are coming through in their stroke and giving Anna Campbell in lane 5 something to be a little bit concerned about. Those three girls are coming through strong, but Honor and... Yeah, this is definitely getting interesting here. I've got a screen to show me who's coming through. Oh gosh, all three girls looking really, really strong. But Honor, I think, is just going to get that turn. Yep, Honor there, just turning first there onto the freestyle. And then just beside her, Sophie Brown, who have managed to catch Anna Campbell. But Anna Campbell's freestyle, has she got it in there? But no, I'm going to watch Honor. Honor's coming through strong. I think this is going to be between Honor and Anna Campbell in lane 5. Honor's coming through strong. She just got that edge and worked it well in that breaststroke and is following through in her front crawl. Coming through, this is going to be honours race. Well done. And then Anna Campbell for second. Yeah, well done, Honour. Great race there. And then Anna Campbell coming in second. Sophie Brown just beside her there. Couldn't keep up in the freestyle, but really good race between the three girls. So that's Honor McCarty for 250 in first, 254 for second, Anna Campbell, and third place there was Sophie Brown with a 254. So all three girls, in fact, all five girls there, Charlotte and Kathleen, also getting under that 3 minute time.
So our third heat in lane 0, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 1, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. 2, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Bass. 3, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 4, Ella Cunningham, City Glasgow. 5, Olivia Colwell, also from City Glasgow. We have an empty lane in lane 6. 7 is Emily Dawson, Mulgan Bearsten. Empty lane in 8 and 9, Abby McMillan, City Glasgow. As you saw in that last heat, not necessarily the leader at halfway. Breaststroke does have a big impact. If you can do a cracking breaststroke, you would see if you looked at the board, 50s or thereabouts for a lot of the girls, but Honor McCarty was a high 47. She took seconds off everyone else. That's why she was in a position to win that last one and came back strongly on the freestyle as well. So can we see something similar in this one? Olivia Colwell at the moment holds sway. Emily Dawson and Abby McMillan are in striking distance on this near side at the moment. Olivia Colwell 119 at halfway. Abby McMillan and Emily Dawson second and third. And we do have a few over on the far side. No Inverclyde swimmers in this one, but coming through to try and get in the mix is Ella Cunningham and Amy Dobson, a Kingston swimmer, making some ground in lane 3. She's a lot to make up on the leader, who's still going well. Olivia Colwell is still well there. Abby McMillan is making significant ground. So if someone can finish strongly, who knows? It's not much between Olivia and Abby. Ella Cunningham and Amy Dobson a little bit further back. It's all about a strong finish, and that strong finish is coming through from Olivia. She's still got a little advantage. Ella Cunningham, I think, maybe will have third place. It's pretty tight with 10 to go. Olivia Colwell being challenged by Abby. There's not much between Olivia and Abby. Abby's really getting up there. It's Abby who takes that at the death. Cracking swim from the outside lane. Abby McMillan, 247.98. You would see 34.46 coming back almost 3 seconds faster than Olivia. 248.74. That's the difference. And third place, Ella Cunningham, 252.29.
Okay. Lane 0, Evie Gordon from City of Glasgow. Lane 1, Lisa McNair from Grangemouth. Lane 2, Emma Binning from North Ayrshire. No show, lane 3. Lane 4, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Amber Hinton from Dumfries. Lane 6, Chloe Semple from Rutherglen. Lane 7, Daisy Gilday from Glasgow City, and lane 8, Molly Irvin Watson from Dumfries. First up there, Amy Rowell, first to turn, with Molly Irvin Watson in lane 8 just behind as they convert onto the backstroke. So all of these girls are coming in very close. Lots of 2:46 times in this heat between the middle bunch of swimmers. So, and again, we've got Amy Rowell in lane 4 just edging ahead, but lane 6, Chloe Semple, is giving her a run for money. She might just edge in front in this turn. She certainly looks as though she's got a faster rotation of those arms coming through. So, yep, that is Chloe Semple just turning first there over Amy Rowell. And second and third, we've got Molly Irvin Watson over in 8. Now we've got Molly, I know, has got a stronger breaststroke here, so can she edge over? As we've seen in the last couple of heats, it's been down to whoever edges forward in the breaststroke that managed to get the podium space, or the podium spot down in the freestyle. She's trying to position herself up here. Again, lane 6, Chloe. I think Chloe's still going to be coming through just edging, but Molly's done some good work in this breaststroke. Positioned herself well for the freestyle last 50. So just coming through, it's very close actually. I think Molly's got a stretch. She's going to be stretching here. I think she's going to be first to touch. She is. First to touch there. Just over Chloe Semple in lane 6. So who has it in the freestyle? And then 3 is Amber Hinton coming through. So down to the freestyle here. This is going to be Chloe Semple or Molly Irvin. Chloe Semple's just pulling it through. Very close, girls. We've got Chloe just coming through. Molly's coming through again. Molly's pushing through again. The work that's done in the breaststroke's got Molly Irvin Watson here. Molly's closing. Yep. And first is Molly Irvin Watson. Second, Chloe Semple. And third is Amber Hinton. All with very good times there. You'd all come in with a 2:46, but that's first place 2:42 from Molly Irvin Watson. Second, 2:43 from Chloe Semple. Just get that confirmed. Yep, and third was Amber Hinton for third place with a 2:45.52 for your 1, 2, and 3. And on to the final heat of this event. Over to Robert.
Just while there's a slight delay here, I'll give you the 1, 2, 3 medalists for the boys' breaststroke. 11, 12-year-olds, Gordon McGregor, Kilmarnock, Jensen Basketeer, Renfrew Bass, and Aidan Mooney from City Glasgow. Just one of the girls, little problem coming out there, so a bit under the weather, so bear us with us. Aaron Machin, first City Glasgow in the 13-year-olds. Ryan Krabs, round 96 second. Finlay Maurice, Inverclyde third. Our 14-year-olds, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen, and Fraser van den Mooling, Stirling Swim. And the the backstroke for the girls, 11, 12-year-olds, Eva Gordon, City Glasgow, Emily Taylor, Lanark, and Imogen Stevens, Lanark. So our final heat, we only have 7 in this, in fact 6 in this. In lane 0, Cara White, round 96. 1, Chloe Kirk, Milgownie Bearsten, no lane 2. Lane 3, Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow, Evie Mackey, Lanark. 5 is Gina Wren, City Glasgow, no lane 6 and 7. 8, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld, and an empty lane in 9. So still a bit of quality. Middle lanes, Evie Mackey, Gina Wren are the fastest qualifiers coming into this, and turn 1, 2, Abigail Crawford, third fastest, is in third place. Evie in a 2:31.50, Gina 2:37.60, and Abigail Crawford 2:40.60. So really Abigail will hope to get sub 240. Evie will be pushing to try and get sub 230. It might not be doable today because she's had a very, very heavy schedule both this morning and afternoon. But you never know. 1:11:31. She's 3 seconds or so up on Gina Wren. Gina, I'm sure, will come back on the breaststroke section. Make every effort to do so. Although Evie's breaststroke is pretty useful as well. Third place at the moment was Abigail Crawford. And that under threat from Cara White. Girl from Ren 96 has also had a good day in the pool. And continuing that at the moment. She's looks good maybe for a third place here. But no doubt Evie Mackey well clear. 4 or 5 metres extended that on that breaststroke. Not that Gina Wren is a bad breaststroker by any means. You can see 42.56, 46.86, taking 4 seconds out of it, turning on a 1:53.87. Well, she's only going to get under 36 seconds, which I'm pretty sure she'll do to get under 2:30. That's going to be pretty close to that 2:30 mark indeed, getting the legs going really very strongly in the final few seconds. It might just be a fraction over the 2:30. Well, it's virtually bang on the money of her entry time. Well done, Evie. 2:31.21. Good swim from Gina and the outside lane. Cara White, very impressive swim from the Wren lass. 2:41 dead. Well done to Cara White. Confirm whether that gets you a bronze in our IM. Finishing the backstroke for the 13-year-old girls, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen, Daisy Goldie, City Glasgow, Abby Henderson, Rutherglen. Our 14-year-old backstroke, Gina Wren, who's just finished here, Anna Campbell and Olivia Colwell, all City of Glasgow. The boys equivalent, Zachary Dormer, Volker Otter, Stu and Henry, Dumfries and Callan Chesser, City Glasgow are 1, 2, 3. 13-year-olds, Nikolai Sisnet, Aaron Machin, City Glasgow and Cole McCluskey, Kilmarnock.
Okay, so we're on to the boys. And we have a full house for our first heat. This is heat 1 of 4. So in lane 1 we have Jack Kelvingham, Ren 96. Lane 2, Sam Curry, North Ayrshire. Lane 3, Connor McNaught, Grangemouth. Lane 4, Murray Johnston, Ren 96. Lane 5, Cole McGlusky, Kilmarnock. Lane 6, Ollie Jeffords, Ren 96. Lane 7, Luke Todd, Grangemouth. Lane 8, Oliver McGrathry, Kilmarnock. No, not Kilmarnock, Cumbernauld. So first to turn there, we have Murray Johnston having a good start in the fly, switching over onto the back. And again, just in lane 2 there, we have Sam Curry fighting through with lane 5, Cole McCluskey. So I think it's going to be between Cole for the second position just now as we switch over, but good start there for Murray Johnston. Good first 100. Held that length very well in his back as he switches over to the breast. And hopefully he's got a good 50 breast in him that he can hold on to that. But we have lane 8 here, breaststroker Oliver Mulcahy, who's gaining some distance here in lane 8. And just managing position himself well into second position. Or just fighting through in second position with lane 5, which is Cole. But well out in the lead and holding that lead is lane 4, Murray Johnston. as he switches over to the last 50 on his freestyle. Now, he came in with an entry time of 2:58, so he was under that 3 minutes. So, as he's coming down into his final 25 meters, maybe trying to chase that time. It's probably looking like it was a converted time. He'll be doing well just to get in there. But the battle really becomes through for second place. We have lane 2 and lane 3, we have Sam and Connor. I think Sam's just going to edge over here in lane 2, and then Connor's looking at it, but we've also got in lane 8, Oliver McGrathy. So that was Sam in lane 2 just getting that second place, and then Oliver over in lane 8, edging in just under that 3 minutes for that third place. All boys doing well though to get in, either on their entry time or just under, just getting that confirmed. Murray Johnston first with a 2:49, Sam Curry second for the 2:58, and Oliver Marath with third as a 2:59.08.
Heat 2, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde in 0. 1, Ryan Crabb, round 96. 2, Callum Stuzik, Bellshill Sharks. 3, George Zubiniski, Stranraer Stingrays. 4, Riley Griffin, Airdring Monklands. 5, Ali Habtab, Dumfries. 6, Carrick Thompson, Inverclyde, teammate in 7, Finlay Maurice. 8, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. And 9, Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swim. Well, strong starts. Leighton Bonner, Callum Struzik in 0 and 2 on the butterfly section. Caelan Cardy also well there in the other outside lane. Riley Griffin in the mix as well in 4. There is Leighton Bonner and Callum Struzik. A little between the two. Just confirm the 14-0 backstroke 1-2-3. Ethan Collins, Bellshill Sharks. Fraser van der Meulen from Stirling Swim. And Max Miller from West D is our bronze medalist. So it's still two lads over on that far side, still in first, probably second, and Caelan Cardy up there with a mix. And it's coming through very strongly is in lane number 5. Ali Habtib, he's gone second. Callum Struzik, Ali Habtib, Leighton Bonner and Caelan Cardy. This is where the breaststroke is key. Riley Griffin in the middle lane in 4 getting to work. George Zivaniski and the orange cap of Stranraer also getting to work and putting pressure on our earlier leader Callum Struzik. Leighton Bonner trying to get back into the picture, but the breaststroke, as we see so often, especially in a 400 IM, but we're seeing it quite significantly on the 200 today. Riley Griffin did a 46.22 on backstroke. He's actually gone faster on breaststroke. That's amazing. Same thing happened, I think, earlier on with Honor McCarty, an earlier heat. But it's amazing that you can swim fast on a breaststroke and a backstroke. Anyway, lads, it's all done and dusted. Riley's got this one well wrapped up. George looks to be good for second. Third place is anybody's at the moment. Might be Callum's coming through. So to the last few metres, Riley Griffin, George Zubiniski, and I think Ali Habtib is going to get third just ahead of Caelan Cardy and Callum Struzik. 2:45.88 for Riley, 2:48.66 for George Zubiniski, and third place on 2:50.38, Ali Habtib. Well done, Riley. Nice improvement on that entry time. And, good to see a swimmer from Airdrie Monklands performing well in the pool. Just a handful of them from that club at Districts today.
Lane 4, yes. Yeah, okay. Okay, heat 3 out of 4, so second last heat. Lane 0, Cameron Beck, Inverclyde. Lane 1, Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld. Lane 2, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. Lane 3, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. No show, Lane 4. Lane 5, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. Lane 6, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. Lane 7, Clark Mackingill from Inverclyde. Lane 8, Stephens Nastruth from Strangrar. And Lane 9, Lewis Bray from Inverclyde. And as they turned there, we have in Adam Merrick, who's been having a great day in the pool today, turning first. And over in lane 0, Cameron Beck having a good swim there on the fly and holding his own there against 0, 1 and 2 lanes. So we have Cameron, Ewan and Max pushing one another there on the outside of the pool. But in the centre to turn first is going to be lane 6, Cole Murphy. Sorry, that was Adam Merrick, not Cole Murphy there. Adam Merrick, lane 5, turning first. And then second was Max, then Ewan, then Cameron. So can the breaststroke change the order of things? I think we've still got Adam taking the lead there and holding it. I can see some good breaststroke going on in lane 7 there from Mackingill Clark, who's making a bit of pace there on the two boys beside him. Lane 7, lane 8, Mackingill Clark, Clark Mackingill and Stephens Nestros. But first to turn, I think, is still going to be Adam in lane 5, who goes into his freestyle. Yep, turning first there. And Cameron Beck, though, not to forget about the outside lane there. Cameron Beck in lane 0 is pushing ahead. I think he's still in second place to Adam, but is making some pace and definitely stretching his lead. Has he got enough to threaten Adam in the centre here? He may just have. And it's still Adam just coming through across by half a body length. Yep, as they're levelling up, he's got a bit more on him there. Adam's definitely going to win this. And then it's going to be Cameron Beck on the outside. Well done, Adam. And, yep, Cameron Beck in lane 0. Clark Mackingill in lane 7 for third. All boys there. Adam, great swim, leading from the front, 2:39. With his entry time of a 2:41, so good PB on that. Just get that confirmed. Adam Merrick, 2:39. Cameron Beck, second, 2:43. And Clark Mackingill, 2:43 for your 1, 2 and 3. And on to the final heat of today. Robert.
Fourth and final heat and last event of the day. Kel Mossman in 0 from City of Glasgow. Teammate Aaron Machin in 1. 2 Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 3 Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. We have an empty lane in 4. 5 Ethan Collins, Wellsill Sharks. 6 Fraser Gemmell, Grangemouth. 7 Daniel Henry. 8 Kyle Connolly. 9 Nikolai Cisnet, all City of Glasgow. Well, we just have the one swimmer sub 2:30. That's Ethan Collins from Wellsill Sharks, as we don't have lane 4. Ethan Ethan Collins has on paper around a 4.5 second advantage over Lachlan Small in lane 3, who's the second fastest qualifier into this one. Nikolai Sisnet, though, the 13-year-old from City Glasgow, going really well in the outside lane. Although it's the black cap, a little bit touch of red from Bellsill to the 4, just by 700ths. And Ethan Collins has had a useful meet so far. His breaststroke is pretty useful, so you expect him to push on and try and hold this advantage he's got at the halfway mark as Nikolai drops back. Lachlan Small making a move, but it has to be a faster move at the moment. There's still a fair gap between the two. They've pulled well clear, so first and second, Ethan Collins, Lachlan Small. It's all about third place. That third place could be Daniel Henry's, or it could in fact be Finlay Bennett, who's going well in the breaststroke section. Finlay, I think, is going to turn third, but at the moment there's just over a second advantage that Ethan has. Looks as though he's still got enough in the tank to hold off the charge of Lachlan Small. Inside the final 25, Ethan Collins, Bellsill from Lachlan Small. The Stirling boy's not going to pull any more out, so it's advantage for Ethan. He's going to take this. Ethan Collins, Bellsill takes that. Lachlan Small, Stirling in second. And I think the Rutherglen lad is just going to hang on. Or is it just from the fast finishing Daniel Henry? Finlay Bennett 2:34.91. Daniel Henry 2:35.14. But the winner of that, as we saw, Ethan Collins, a wee bit faster than his entry time, 2:28.59. Lachlan Small, almost under 2:30, 2:30.28 and 2:34.91 for Finlay Bennett. That concludes today's swimming. I've just got some results to give you. 200 IM for the girls, or 11-12s. Eva Gordon, Charlotte Craig, Megan Ferris. Our 13-year-olds, Amber Hinton, Amy Rowell, Honor McCarty. And our 14-year-olds, Evie Mackey, Gina Wren and Cara White. So for those of you who've joined us on the live stream, thanks from Wendy Kirk, myself, Robert Taylor, for joining us today. We're back tomorrow. I think it's around about the same time, 8:45. So if you can join us, please do so. And just thank you for being with us, and bid you farewell. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks, everybody. A big thanks to our technical officials.